The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.
Hello and welcome to another edition of The Dogs. Tonight we're at Wimbledon for the Stan James Springbok final to see the next crop of young hurdlers. Catch all the action later in the programme. Also on the menu is breakfast time at Crayford for the Ladbrokes Golden Jacket semi-finals. Plus we're at the rather foggy Oxford for the heats of the Trafalgar Cup. But first, a look back at a quality card on Sky from Wimbledon's Stan James Springbok final meeting, where two BGRB award winners shone. First hurdler of the year, Kildare Lark, was back to his best over the sticks, while Greyhound of the year, Spirit and Louis, was imperious as he raced away for a wide margin win in the marathon. But it wasn't all plain sailing for the headline acts. Leading Derby contender Farlow Reason got caught up in trouble from two and then looked for his brother Ninja Jamie to keep the family reputation intact in the puppy race, and he didn't let anyone down. Charlie Lister's dog lined up from trap 2, a warm order in the betting as he bid to make it 3 wins from 3 starts in his short but high profile career.
Cannot go the lids, and away they go, and racing up towards the first bend. 5 unique pictures best away here from 6 on this near side Secretariat. 2 Ninja Jamie gets into full cry now and accelerates round to take over, and Ninja Jamie suddenly goes 2.5 lengths clear from 5 back in second. Unique picture. After these comes 6 Secretariat, and then comes 1 Kawasaki Ted as they come around the second last turn, and Ninja Jamie with a 2.5 length lead over 5 Unique Picture. After these comes 6 Secretariat up the home straight, and it's Ninja Jamie some 4 lengths clear. Ninja Jamie's one going right away in the end.
An impressive effort from Ninja Jamie, who flip-flopped with his brother Farlow Reason in Blue Square's betting on the Greyhound Derby. Another performance which had Derby class written all over it was Droopy's Totty's win, also over 480 metres. Ted Soppett's dog was just marginally slower than Ninja Jamie with this off-the-pace effort and is firmly on course for the Classic. But the biggest race of the night was the Stan James Springbok final, for which this dog, Hot Dog Jack, was clear favourite. A dog drawing comparisons with Seamus Cahill's other Springbok winner, Druid's Mickey Joe, Hot Dog Jack went off odds on, although there was growing support for Steve Willey's Beardis Harry in 6.
And away they go, and they're racing up towards the first light, and it's best away is 6 Beardis Harry, and also 2 on the inside Hot Dog Jack as they go round together though. Beardis Harry with his head in front, Hot Dog Jack in behind. Then we got 3 Mayfield Daz after these 5 improving. Quivers Punch, then comes Beal, and towards the rear there Bill's Dad Bill as they jump round the last fight on the far side, and Hot Dog Jack's hit the front and got about 1.5 lengths clear here from Quivers Punch, who's trying to reel it in, but Hot Dog Jack jumps the last well and wins by 3 lengths in the end.
A brilliant round of jumping, helped by a quite sizzling burst of early pace, made this win of Hot Dog Jack's a real treat to watch. Beardis Harry led Hot Dog Jack off the second bend, but railing well, the Keston-based dog was away and gone down the back straight. Hot Dog Jack, seen here with connections collecting the trophy, now vies for favouritism with Kildare Lark for the Grand National back at Wimbledon in April.
And now to Oxford for the heats of the Trafalgar Puppy Cup for 18 runners over the 450-metre trip on what was a cold, misty night at the Cowley Circuit. Betting for our first heat centred on Dean Child's unbeaten Droopy's Judith, the 4-5 favourite. Lockdale Diamond was next in at 3-1, while Hall Green Raider Drink Up Zorro for Paul Salis was third best. And that's it, they're off and racing for our first heat, and 3 on the middle of the track there. Lockdale Diamond breaks well, but 1, a Drink Up Zorro, shows good speed to the corner and leads out that first bend. Bit of trouble in behind for 2, Droopy's Judith, the favourite, who's back in 4th as 5 looks to get a gap on the inside there, Isle of Tara, but it's 1, Drink Up Zorro, holding sway with the advantage as they come round the 3rd turn towards that final bend. The Hall Green Raider with the advantage, 3 just checks off Lockdale Diamond, 5 again looking for racing room, finding none, and 1, Drink Up Zorro, strides to the line to take heat 1, followed home by Lockdale Diamond in the white jacket.
He's not the greatest trapper in the world, but he's learning. He's getting a bit better, but his early pace is phenomenal for a youngster. He's never been led at Hall Green. He's winning A1s for fun around there, so we thought we'd have a crack and bring him down. I give him a couple of looks around here. He still moves off at the second bend a touch like he did tonight, but hopefully come the final he'll stay in a bit and he'll go even better. So, but I'm very pleased with him tonight.
Would he handle a middle draw, or do you think track 1's his trap?
To be honest with you, I don't think it matters. I think he's such a determined little dog to get to the front. You know, even when he looks finished on the run-in sometimes over the 480 trip at Hall Green, he seems to dig out and find a bit more. So he's certainly got the battling qualities that we want to see from him, and you know, I'm very excited about him, to be honest with you.
Patrick, Lockdale Diamond ran a race full of promise in the first heat.
He did. It was his 3rd race in his life. He had 1 race in Ireland. I won at Walthamstow, we both won. And today he got led for the first time in his life. And he ran well from behind. But obviously at the 3rd bend he didn't know what to do to get past the ground. But at least he qualified.
And he's a middle runner, maybe not particularly favoured on tonight's going?
No, I wouldn't say so. I would say that definitely the rails is in the favour, you know. But down the back straight, you know, middle too wide, and you know that wouldn't be the best of the going.
And in the second heat, the market centred on 2 runners, with the Mark Wallace trained and Matty Effington owned Shawley's Lad rated the 5-4 favourite. Churchview Gold on the back of 2 Romford wins was sent off at 7-4. It was 6-1 bar the pair. And it's a bullet break in the middle here from 4 Shawnee's Lads. Going to lead the field to the first turn. 2 Wide Oak Rebels showing pace in second. And 1 just slipping through on the inside there is Churchview Gold, who races 3rd. Down the back we go, and Shawnee's Lad controls the pace from 2, still racing second. 1's now looking for a gap up the inside for that second qualifying spot. But it's 4 Shawnee's Lad, puts a foot down, goes on now as 1 Churchview Gold moves through to second. But 5 Tells Michelle is staying on with purpose. 4 will win this well. 5 runs on for that second place. Tells Michelle qualifies. Shawnee's Lad's the winner.
I think this Shawnee's Lad will suit a track like Oxford, you know. We definitely have the Pall Mall after this for him in mind anyway. You know, so this is a good guy to see how good he is, but on tonight he looked really good, to be honest.
And he appears to be, as you're saying, a consistent trapper. He's done sub 5-second sectionals regularly at Walthamstow, a 370 in his trial. Don't know what he's done tonight, but obviously fairly reasonable, I'd have thought.
Yeah. Well, he was well clear at the first bend, you know. He didn't run the first bend particularly well, and then the dog came a bit back at him at the second bend, and then he cut across, and then the dog collided a bit with him. But you know, I thought he ran really well. He has brilliant early pace, this greyhound.
Well, she never broke, and like with the trap 4, obviously flew the leads, and down the back straight I didn't think she would qualify, but when the 1 and 2 just nuzzling up, she managed to get round on the rails and showed her track car after she's already been round here a couple of times, and she ran on really well.
Do you think she's got more early pace in the tank?
Yeah, I think definitely so. This was the slowest break I think she's done, so I definitely think she could break better.
She clocked a 373 sectional in her A2 win at Romford, which isn't bad, is it?
Oh no, that's really good. So, like I say, I think she must have fallen asleep today in the tracks, but hopefully next week she'll need to be on her toes a bit more.
On to our 3rd heat then, and Ian Aylward's Bailiff Merck, who'd impressed in practice and an open race win already at Coventry, was rated the 7-4 favourite. Broadacre's Rocco next in at 3-1, Move It Honcho 4-1. Away they go then, a good break in the middle of the track here from the favourite 4 Bailiff Merck. Also quick in the stride is 1 on the inside there, Dark Desert Oasis, and as they come out the bend, running the row, it's a red jacket in control as they go down the back. Move It Honchos move through to second in the blue jacket, but it's 1 Dark Desert Oasis setting the pace, and a good pace at that. He's gone 4 or 5 clear as the favourite, forced to check back there, and as they head to the final turn, 1's got them strung out here. Dark Desert Oasis, a good performance. 2 Move It Honchos going to qualify well in second, but an impressive victory there for Tony Hackett's greyhound in trap 1.
She's been threatening to do it for a while, but she just ain't been trapping out the inside. That was what I was worried about tonight, really. she was in 5 at Nottingham. She absolutely pinged, and then she went into the 1 week after and fell out. I had at Wimbledon in the 2. She fell out. She absolutely pinged tonight. I don't know why, but she's done it.
Not getting home over the 500 at Nottingham, was this always a potential target?
Yeah, she don't quite get the 500. Just about got the 480 there, but this is a good trip for her. She stays it well.
No support in the market tonight. She opened 4s, drifted out to 6s.
We had a bit. We got 5s. Damn.
We thought she'd make the 450 better than the 400 at Romford, but yeah, she's doing really, really well around here.
And she got trap 2 in the final with the same dog that beat her tonight, Dark Desert Oasis inside her. How do you see that?
Well, she did miss her break tonight, but she had a nice run up on the inside, ran the first bend, so hopefully she'll get a better break on Saturday.
So the draw then for Saturday's £1,000 Trafalgar Puppy Cup final has seen fastest heat winner Dark Desert Oasis again draw trap 1. Fellow heat winner Drink Up Zorro is in 3, where the fast starting Shawnee's Lad has the stripes of 6. Here at the Dogs End, we've got a sporting suggestion for Saturday's final. That's trap 3, a Drink Up Zorro, the Hall Green Raider, who shouldn't be inconvenienced by his middle draw. Although he wasn't the quickest into stride in the heats on Tuesday night, great pace to the corner, and that should see Paul Salis' Greyhound lead the inside pair, as we saw on Tuesday night. Runs those bends oh so well. So Drink Up Zorro may not be favourite, but our selection for the Trafalgar Puppy Cup.
Coming up after the break, we're at Crayford for a breakfast time bonanza. A nice family day out at Crayford last Saturday for the semi-finals of the Ladbrokes Golden Jacket. A nice sunny morning, the restaurant served breakfast, while on the track Firm-Handed served up an exhibition round of jumping to win his heat of the supporting hurdles competition. While Barnfield's Slippy was impressive and quickest on the clock in the 540-metre heats. But the stars on Saturday were the semi-finalists of the Golden Jacket over Crayford's 8 bends, 714 metres. Favourite for the first semi-final was Big Brett Cole at 6-4. Barnfield Brook, fastest in the first round, was next in.
First semi-final of the Ladbrokes Golden Jacket, and a pretty level break, but 5, Sherry's Boys, showing good pace to the corner, is going to lead the field early here. 2, the favourite, Big Brett Cole, slips round in second. Trouble at the back there for traps 1 and 4. Down the back straight towards the third turn. 5 with the lead, Sherry's Boy. 2's making a bit of progress, but all stumbles there, Big Brett Cole, and shuffles back through the pack as now Sherry's Boy passes the judge with a circuit to go, with a commanding looking lead from 6, Zamak Steb, who's now racing second. In behind you can see a bit of ground being made by 3, Barnfield Book, and Swift Jade as well as picking up, but 5, Sherry's Boy's got a long lead. This greyhound well out in front here. You can see now the big guns starting to put down a challenge, and as they come towards the final turn, Sherry's Boy, the stride's starting to shorten. Here comes Barnfield Book, here comes Swift Jade. It's going to be a mad dash to the wire. Oh, it's very close indeed. 4, maybe just shade 3. A great finish to our first semi-final.
Pat, Swift Jade seems to have taken to this track.
Yeah, we're surprised. When we brought her around here for the trial stakes, I was a bit worried, you know, being a bit tight to what she's used to, and she amazed us all.
And she needs every metre, doesn't she?
She does. She certainly does, yeah. She normally does it the hard way off the back. Yeah.
And she did it the hard way today.
Yeah, she did. She got into quite a few little bumps and had to ease back and go around, yeah, but she did it her way.
Paul, Barnfield Brook was in an awful lot of trouble early.
Yes, I had my heart in my mouth actually on the when she come out so well. She come out better than I've ever seen her come out before, and I just had to shut my eyes really. And when I looked up, I thought to myself, Christ Almighty, we've got a man in the climb here. But the old girl done us proud and stuck on. She's running fantastic at the moment, and so is Swift Jade. That was an absolute spectacle for greyhound racing, and that should bring people to the tracks. I think watching them two run.
In the betting ring ahead of the second semi-finals, punters chose to back Butterbridge Alley, but with one favourite beaten, leading layer John Humphreys was willing to take them on. Mark Wallace's dog was a 4-1 chance in the morning, but came down to 6-4 on track and was one of 3 Wallace trained runners here with eye on the power and Tip the Breeze.
Off we go then for the second semi-final. A little bit of crowding on the inside, but 3 shows good pace up. Eye on the Power, 5 as well. Butterbridge Alley is quick to the turn. Coming out the second bend, and 3 takes over now. Eye on the Power has the lead from 5 racing second. 1 and 6 Tip the Breeze and Rough Rose are both looking to get busy as well as they come towards the 4th turn. 3 with the lead, Eye on the Power. Now 1 Tip the Breeze slips through on the inside and challenges as they go to the 5th turn. And the Red Jacket Greyhound just gets up inside and takes over now. Tip the Breeze with the lead. 6 Rough Rose making pace around the outside and begins to chase his leader, about 2 lengths adrift as they head round bend number 7. It's 1 Tip the Breeze with the lead. 5 Butterbridge Alley can do no more. He's back in 3rd, and as they come off the final turn, it's Tip the Breeze leading home Rough Rose. These 2 will qualify. 1 beats 6 in the second semi-final.
Right, so you had 3 in that semi-final. Did the right one get through?
Well, I'd like to think so, yeah. You know, she's got through on her merits, like, you know, she's ran ever so well to qualify like that. You know, the 5 and 3 was in front of her, like, you know, but she's ran a big race and gone past them and ran on and ran well.
Seems to relish every yard of a trip.
Yeah, she does, like, you know, she gets this trip ever so strong. I'd say she'd get an even bigger 8 bends as well.
Disappointed to see Butterbridge Alley go out after leading?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I thought he was a real strong dog for this competition. Yeah, a little bit gutted that he ain't in it really.
Barry, do you expect Rough Rose to actually catch the winner there?
Well, in running, I thought she was going to get closer, but you know, she's still only a baby and she's still improving. So it was just a bonus to get to the final, and there's another go next week.
What do you think is her ideal distance?
I couldn't tell you. You know, she's only had 12 races. She's only a baby, and I think there's more to come. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed at this moment.
Less than 2 years old, going over 8 bends, is that an unusual sort of route to take?
I think when they're crying out for the distance, I think is, you know, give it to them. You know, if they want to do it, let them do it.
The Crayford Fry-Up was being thoroughly enjoyed by this time, especially by those punting winners in the jacket semi-finals. Downstairs, attention would soon turn to the 3rd semi, with favourite backers now concentrating on the chances of Shelbourne Merck in trap 6. Brian Clemenson's bitch went off a 5-4 chance here for a 5-runner affair. Tufty's Paletta was next in at 3-1, ahead of Charlie's Dream.
Hare's running then for our 3rd semi-final. Favoured in the stripes here, but it's 4 who gets away to a good start. Charlie's Dream. Good early pace. This cuts across to the fence and leads the field round the 1st turn. But 6 quickly on terms and goes past now Shelbourne Merck as they go down the back straight for the first time. It's the stripes in control, leading the field here. The favourite from 4 racing in 2nd. 1's next in 3rd, Ria's Beauty. 5, Julie's Newbie is in 4th, and 2's adrift, Tufty's Paletta. But 6 with the lead, Shelbourne Merck out in front and going well at this stage. Brian Clemenson's Greyhound commanding this contest. 4, Charlie's Dream still holding on to 2nd. 1, Ria's Beauty looks a danger in 3rd. 5's also trying to get back into the contest, but Shelbourne Merck with the lead. The lead's about 3 lengths as they head to the final turn. Looks like the favourite's got this one in the bag. It's race on for 2nd, and Charlie's Dream's going to win that race and qualify, but Shelbourne Merck takes our 3rd semi-final.
Eddie, that's her 3rd run round here. She seems to be improving every time.
Improving, yeah. She just needs a bit of racing. She's, you know, she hasn't had a lot of racing in her life, so she's just getting stronger and stronger, and the ground is better for her. She wants, you know, fast ground, which she didn't look like she stayed when she went on the soft ground. Two meetings ago, I mean, she was 80 slow, and she didn't look like she got the trip. Well, we were in 2 miles whether to enter her. She was that bad. But then, I mean, on this ground, she's really good.
And she ran the first couple of bends beautifully.
Oh, she does, yeah. Once she gets out on the bunny, she's all right.
Otto, Charlie's Dream really pinged the traps there.
Yeah, she's good away, but just the 6 dog caught her down the back a bit, but she stuck to her guns. She runs, like, puts everything into it. It might be slightly a bit far for her here, but she does everything right, like she puts everything into her running, so we've got to the final, that's the main thing.
She did noticeably track towards the rails though from the traps.
Yeah, she would do, yeah, she does rail, but like she boxes fairly well, so she usually gets a decent start. She needs to now.
Seem to be limping slightly on the way back to the kennels?
Yeah, she's got a bit of a sunburn, so we've got a week now to sort that. Hopefully she'll be all right, and the salt in the tracks just probably caught her a bit, so we'll have it sorted by next Saturday.
So the 3 semi-finals complete, and yours truly helping, or rather hindering, with the trap draw for the final this weekend, worth £15,000 to the winner. Going into the final, Swift Jade is the only unbeaten runner left in the competition and will run from 3, with chief rival Barnfield Brook in 2. But how did Ladbrokes' Greyhound trading manager Richard Harkness see it?
Very interesting semi-finals. Quite surprised that the second semi-final was so much faster than the others, but generally speaking I thought there were some good performances there.
And who have you made your favourite?
Barnfield Brook might surprise a few people because obviously got beat today, but was the fastest first round heat winner, and on the make-up of the draw in the final I think she could definitely slot in behind Charlie's Dream and Shelbourne Merc and get a clear run, which I didn't think she got today.
Would you be able to reverse form with Swift Jade?
Yeah, she was in front of Swift Jade today for the first half of the race. It was only when she got held up a little bit trying to make her challenge for the front that Swift Jade got involved in the race, and I just think she might get first run on her come Saturday.
Looks a superb final, yes. Very competitive. Not sure what the odds makers think, but personally I would say looks about 5-2 the field race. The likes of Charlie's Dream and Shelbourne Merc likely to make the running on the inside and the outside. Could set it up for one of the strong finishers such as Barnfield Brook or Swift Jade. Fascinating race they had today, coming from a long way behind to pick up the long-time leader Sherry's boy, and you'd say I fancy one of those two. Probably just edged towards Swift Jade on today's performance, maybe.
What about the people who say early pace wins the race at Crayford, and 1 and 6 will have the early?
It hasn't been the case this year at all. I think Fifth Bend was the earliest leader in the heats today. I think Shelbourne Merc led at the second bend, that was the earliest today. So clearly the people that say that you need to lead at Crayford are not always right.
Now looking back at the draw, this time with best sectionals clocked in the event, and the pace looks sure to come from Charlie's Dream in 1 and Shelbourne Merc in 6. The draw against the rails for Charlie's Dream looks a good one, as we can see from her semi-final. Out of trap 4, she clearly favoured a rails course approaching the bend. Charlie's Dream is the outsider of the sextet, with Ladbrokes favouring Barnfield Brook ahead of Swift Jade. But we at the Dogs reckon the one to be on is Rough Rose in trap 5, who's trained by Maria Dennis. She showed on Saturday she had the early pace to keep tabs with the likes of Eye on the Power and Butterbridge Alley, 2 noted early birds. And then down towards the third bend, she took a slight bump from Butterbridge Alley as well, which prevented progress. Stamina-wise, there are no problems. Last to first in her first round heat, that's Droopy's Nelson, the hot favourite in front. She reels him in and then powers away to a comfortable victory. That mix of speed and stamina means that Rough Rose is the Dogs' value selection for the Ladbrokes Golden Jacket final on Saturday, which can be seen live in the betting shops.
Let's have a look then at the forthcoming open race action. On Friday night, there's an all-open card at Romford, while Saturday gets off to a flyer with Crayford's morning meeting. It's the Golden Crest semi-finals at Poole, while Oxford stages the final of the Trafalgar Puppy Cup, and at Monmore, Sandpook's fly machine of Barnfield on Air makes his seasonal bow. Sunday's action is at Coventry, while Nottingham stages opens on Monday nights. To catch up on results of those meetings, or to find out details of your local track, go to our website, thedogs.co.uk. Next week on Sky Sports, we're live from Walthamstow for the final of the Ladbrokes.com arc. Join us then.
The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.